So, boys, this is a kind of uncanny video. We are here with my we are here with my friend Gina, otherwise known as GM Tech, which is who is famous for his cardboard models of cars. Maybe you can show like this. Yeah. So
Yeah,
this has
there you go.
you know. So this is
And
going
don't
to
worry, guys. Don't worry. I do not have an Indian accent.
yeah. He doesn't have an Indian accent. He actually speaks like an American. He actually speaks like proper English. Not totally. So we're going to record a hot take videos. So bit of context. Guy, I have Gina up here. So he saw my hot take video and wanted to collab. And here he is. Here he is. That's the story.
Yeah, and Christian's down there.
Yeah. I can see also myself here. So yeah, Gina had a couple of takes. Let's see how this video is going to take. Probably about maybe 15 minutes, 20. We'll see.
This is this
Depends
is
on
the this is the this is the first video we're doing where it's actually us on a call directly talking to each other.
yes, exactly. So if you don't know me already, my name's Christian. I think like, subscribe, notification button. So
I'm not
I know
here.
that
Just do
I know
your
I know
intro.
I know that's cringe, but yeah. If you're a guy who struggles with porn addiction, you have my full guide in the description. My Instagram is also there. You get a full guide and mentorship. But yeah. So without further ado, let's just jump into the video. And yeah, also before I start, Gina's channel also be in the description. So yeah, if you want to check him out, go ahead. But yeah, so Gina, your first take, we want to hear it.
Being
What is it?
lonely, my first hot take is actually pretty introverted. Being lonely isn't that scary as people think it is.
Why
There
do
you
you
go.
think? Why do you think that is?
It is because when you are lonely, you actually work on yourself. You actually work on your soul. You actually meditate. You actually think about your life instead of just pleasing people.
Yeah, but also listen for some other people, maybe working on themselves with someone is also going to be better. You don't have to be like this lone wolf, you know.
No, what I have experienced in my life that uh, some people are actually they have a phobia, they have a fear of being alone. However, though, if you master the art of being alone, you are pretty much unstoppable in life. Because I have seen some people in my life, they actually feared being alone, and eventually they went through times that they were alone, and you know what they did? They became an alcoholic. Some of them even started having suicidal thoughts because they had a phobia of being alone, and when they were faced with that fear, like just they were faced with that fear without knowing about it. Like they were not they didn't have the practice of overcoming that fear. Like if I throw you in the middle of a football match without any practice, how would you feel?
Probably stressed because I don't play football
You'll be
and
cooked. You'll be cooked.
yeah,
You'll be cooked
exactly.
as hell. And this is actually what happened with a lot of my friends. So I actually knew how it was to be alone because, well, I was a very introverted type of person, and I wasn't the most popular kid around in school. So I actually overcame my fear and the difficulties there are of being alone. But however, though, there were some of my friends. They literally had a fear of being alone, and when that time came in their life, like when they broke up with their girlfriend or whatever, they broke down completely. And that's why I think this is my hot take, that being lonely isn't that scary as people think it is. Because in life you're gonna get lonely one day or another. Like it's gonna happen. Like it's inevitable. You can't avoid it.
Yeah, exactly. But you also have to know the difference between being alone and being lonely. There's nothing wrong with being alone, but being lonely is a completely different thing. You can be lonely
Well,
even if you can be lonely even if there's your family.
the biggest difference between being lonely and being alone is that when you're alone, if you look at it contextually, that being lonely is something that you can't control. Like it's out of your control. Like nobody wants to be lonely. I don't want to be lonely. Like it's out of your control. But being alone is actually your choice. Like if you want to be alone, if you want to be that introverted type of person who doesn't like anybody else. So the thing is, I was lonely, but at the same time, I mastered the art of being alone. Understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I
English.
do. Yeah, yes, I do. And also, I remember when you told me, like we kind of had a kind of similar upbringing because you said that you were kind of introverted and you were not popular and all that. That was also the same
Yeah.
example
Look,
with me.
look.
Then
I wasn't popular. I wasn't great at sports either. I wasn't good at studies, especially math. And I was raised by my mother and my grandmother, just like you were. So I was that always the type of the weenie boy of the whole school. Like I was an introverted type of person.
yeah, but I feel I don't know if you're still introverted because for me, because
Well,
physics.
I'll say I'm ambivert. Like I'm an extrovert to some people, and I'm an introvert to. Like not all people are gonna understand what I'm saying, so I just do not talk to them. Like it's better. If you argue with a fool, you are a bigger fool than him. So that's why I talk to some people who understand me, and others I just avoid. I'm a terrible person.
Yeah, but with my case, I as a kid I wasn't like introverted at all. But because my life just went to shit, I got addicted to drugs. I got addicted to porn, video
Yeah,
games, and
porn
so
and
on.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, all my mental health went to shit, and I just became anxious and so on. But when I overcame those addictions and just improved my life in general, I instantly became more social. I also had to work on those social things. You know, I'm not I'm not lonely. I'm not alone. I feel that yeah, I'm just doing good. Even though I don't talk to as many people, but I don't really mind. I don't feel alone. I don't feel lonely. So, what is your second take?
That's how it should be because well, once you start working on yourself, you feel a lot more, approachable towards
Yeah.
people, and people actually approach you because you look a lot more confident. But in my case, when I started actually working on myself, uh, I started to avoid some people, and I think you can kind of understand me why. Because there are some people in your life that are just gonna bring you down for no goddamn reason. Like you start doing exercise, oh, you'll never be jacked. You're just a piece of shit. You're a loser. Those kind of toxic people. And in order to work on yourself, you have to get rid of those type of people. And that's actually what I did. So I'm an extrovert to some type of people who actually understand my cause, and I am an introvert to the toxic type of people.
Yeah. So
If
there are
that
going
makes
to be like
sense.
yes, I agree with you. There are going to be some craps that going to just put you down, and we have to cut those people off. Those people need to be
Yeah, of course.
independent. Yeah. What is your second hot take, Gina? What do you want us to say?
Well, isn't it time for you to tell me a hot take so I can argue back because I have a few.
No, just say your hot take.
Go ahead.
Say your hot take.
My hot take is
Um,
you can't make a brighter future without looking into your past. A lot of people say just forget your past, think about the future, but you can't do that because you'll just repeat the same mistakes you did in the past.
It's an interesting hot take because I believe that forgetting your past, you sometimes have to do it. Like if you've done, for example, some stupid shit, or you're just a loser. Like yeah, learn from those mistakes.
Yeah, but
Where
you were a piece of shit. You were a piece of shit, and you were a loser. For what reasons? For what reasons? And this is why you have to remember your past. Like you were the way you were for what reasons? Because you used to watch porn and you were a fucking introvert. Like you have to look into the past and realize your past mistakes in order to build a better future. Like
yes,
we can't just say we can we forget what happened during World War II?
speak enough. Correct.
Can we just forget everything what happened in World War the Crusades? Can we just forget about everything else? We're looking into the future. You cannot make a better future without looking into the past. Looking into the
So
past.
yeah, so with
It's
so
stupid.
what so you kind of gave little over you kind of gave big points here because if you were introverted or you watch porn, like right, you know for what reasons. Like okay, you know for what reasons you were watching porn or you were introverted because this and that, and try to do this and that to not do it again and just go ahead and do those things. You don't have to like just look and you saw I'm a loser. I was trying to play video games. I was this. I was that. I was that. No, like you know what you've done wrong. You
Yeah,
already know.
and you know what you've done wrong. You know what you've done wrong because you actually remember what you've done wrong. And when we remember something, we usually remember it from the past, from our past. So you cannot completely forget your past and your past mistakes and build a brighter future. In order to build a brighter future, in my opinion, you can differ from me. But in my opinion, in order to build a better future, you have to look at your past and the mistakes you made in the past.
Yes, it's like
Can't
yes,
just forget everything.
yeah, like you you cannot literally forget that you were a loser, that you were doing this, that you were drinking alcohol all weekend. Like this is a part of this is a part of your life. This is a part of your well, it just happened in your
And
life.
also, and also, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to toxic relationships, a lot of people, well, some of my friends, they were like they wanted to go back to their toxic relationships because they missed their exes. They were in love. They fell in love with their with the girl, and they were in a toxic relationship because that girl knew that my friends were in love with her, and and after they broke up, they were still, in love with her. They were like, oh, it's okay. I can go back to her. We broke up, and I was like, bro, like I had a lot of friends that had the same problem. I was like, don't you remember how your girl treated you? Like, do you want her to treat you like a piece of shit again? And this is the same thing that my friends told me. Oh, just forget the past, Jay. Look at the future. I can give her a second chance. And I was like, no, no, she's not going to do that. When she treated you like shit for the first time, do you really think she'll give you a second chance? And you know what? Most of my friends didn't listen to me. They went back to their exes, those toxic relationships, and then they regretted it afterwards a lot. So that's why I believe that in order to build a better future, you have to look into the past, whether it's a relationship or just your life in general.
That was an interesting story from you. I didn't have experience with
Damn,
relationships.
I'm a
So
professional yapper.
I mean, I don't mind, bro. You have a magnificent voice. You can talk, and people can hear you. So
Do I?
mm,
Do I have a magnificent voice? Do
of
I?
course you do. Of course.
Okay,
Uh,
let me sing a song for you real quick. Let me sing a song for you real quick. I
uh,
used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes, listen as the crowd would scream, for
yeah,
the
I'm not gonna.
neighbor is dead, or run for the hills. One
Yeah, I'm not
minute
gonna.
I held the gun, next time the one who's done, and I discovered that my ego stands upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Pakistanis and they are screaming, I'm not the hero that they need. And be my victim, my father's shield. My patriotism's a foreign feeling. For some reason I can't explain. I know St. Peter won't call my name, never an honest word. But I could never rule this world. There
Yeah,
we go.
I'm not gonna.
Clap for me. I'm gonna clap
Yeah,
for myself. I'm
yeah,
narcissistic as fuck.
this song is gonna be in the video. I'm not gonna.
This song is gonna be in the 2026 top charts of Eurovision.
You're gonna end up on Eurovision if you're going to sing like that, broken. Yeah. What is your next hot take?
By the way,
Yeah.
my next hot take is
Yeah.
why aren't you telling your hot takes? Like why am
Because
I the only?
I mean, this is
Can
a
you can
part.
you read my? Okay, I want you to read my third hot take here. I want you to read my third hot take here, if you can read it. It says, keep LGBT out of Christianity.
So, yeah, keep LGBTQ out of schools.
And I'm not saying this because I'm a Catholic and I support the Pope and whatnot. I don't believe in that hypocrisy that much. But come on, keep LGBTQ out of our schools. Keep LGBTQ out of churches. You know, stop that. Stop this BS. Because
So
here's the thing, LGBTQ. Let me talk about LGBTQ for a moment. I'm gonna get you demonetized, and I'm gonna get you banned. I'm sorry, but
okay.
come on. You see, there are gay people. There are actual gay people in this
Mhm.
world. They're hardwired that way, okay? And there are actually women who like women and men who like men. But when you look at LGBTQ people, come on, they're more like a circus, a political movement, dressed up as a circus and dressed up as and their shield sexuality and and love. And they say that they're the most loving and accepting people. However, though, when you go up to an LGBTQ person and you ask their pronouns, they go berserk.
Yeah, because I believe that maybe it's a little bit hot, but I believe that people who are on the left side of political this line, right? They tend to be more aggressive than the people who are more on the right side. And certainly
Well,
LGBTQ are more people on the left side.
well, you can have aggression on both sides if you think about it.
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
exactly.
Here's the thing. I have nothing against gay people. I have nothing against lesbians. You know, if you are hardwired the way you are, that's okay. It might be uh, uh, wrong in some ways, in religious ways or others, ethical ways. But I have nothing against gay people or lesbians. However, though, when you look at the LGBTQ movement, they really don't talk about gay or lesbians there. They just talk about how they're forcing us to accept their ideology and their pride flags and their rallies. And, they are cringe. It's cringe. Like, they're cringe. Like, I know actual gay people and I know actual lesbians, but they weren't as cringe and they did not support the LGBTQ community because LGBTQ community is a big fat stain on the name of gay and lesbian people.
Yeah. So what can I even say? I don't really watch the news, so I don't hear that many LGBTQ like they're not. I don't think there are that many parades here in Poland, but
I don't watch the news either. I don't watch the news either.
what
But when you see posts on Instagram, when you see posts on Instagram and YouTube, where they are, they're flying the pride flag over the churches, you really think, what the hell is happening to people? Like, this is not what Jesus died for. I'm sorry.
But also, like, I agree with you that I don't mind gay people, lesbians, whatever. But as with heterosexual couples, just don't fucking go to the town center. It's don't fucking put your tongue in another person. This is disgusting when it comes to homosexual people and heterosexual people. I don't mind hugs or whatever, just a little kiss on the cheek, but stop putting your fucking tongue in someone
Stop
in someone
shoving
else.
it. Stop shoving it down our throats.
Yeah, exactly, and it's with all couples, not only with homosexual but also
like
heterosexual.
look, stop shoving it down our throats. Maybe if you open up real wide, I can actually shove it down your throat, but stop doing that. This is for the LGBTQ community. Like, come on. I love gay people. No, not that way. But I have nothing against gay people, okay? I have nothing against gay people. I have nothing against lesbians. I have nothing against heterosexual people. But please, for the love of God, for the love of Jesus Christ, stop shoving it down our throats. Oh shit, I dropped my camera. Stop shoving it down our throats. Come on. For the
Yeah,
love of God.
exactly. So that means that stop fucking putting your ideologies down our throats. That also sad. But
Yeah, of
just
course.
also that don't do this, for example, in the fucking center of the town or in front of the kids. That's disgusting. But also,
Yeah,
for
in
example,
schools, like look what's happening into the schools, like especially in early primary education. A child hasn't gone through puberty yet, and you're telling him what his gender is. That's
exactly.
insane.
I mean, he should know that he's a man. You know what, bro? You don't have to talk that much. He's going to learn this.
Like it's basic
Exactly.
biology. Okay, I
Exactly.
don't want your channel to get banned, but it's basic biology.
Exactly.
Who's a man and who's a woman?
Exactly. So, what is
I'm
your
gonna
next?
become like Oppenheimer. It's basic biology.
Exactly. So, what is your next hot take? I know
My
that
next
you're
hot take is that I shouldn't smoke a pipe on your video.
well, I don't mind, bro. I, I'm not gonna be that person now. Smoking because
It's
it's
my
going to
fourth
destroy.
hot take.
Stop smoking. It's because
It's
it's
my
going to
fourth
destroy.
hot take.
Yeah.
Is money the root of evil?
It's money the root of evil. So, is it or not?
Enter the that music that if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So, is it money is the root of all evil? Because when it, for me, it's one of the reasons, but it's certainly not the sole cause of evil.
Look, here's the thing. I'm not a communist, but at the same time, when capitalist people like Elon Musk and whatever, why did I take his name? Your channel's gonna get banned, brother. I'm sorry, but when capitalist people take advantage of the poor, that's where I draw my line. Like, come on, like, how much money can a person have? Now, here's the problem with money. Okay, here's the problem with money. It's an addiction. It's a bigger addiction than this. No,
Why do
money.
you?
It's
Why do you
such
say
a
that?
huge addiction. Like, and the way I suffered it in my life, my uncle betrayed my whole family for money, for a little bit of money. So it's certainly money is certainly one of the roots of evil. But I think it's basically the root of evil.
Well,
Like think about Judas. Think about
yes,
Judas for a second. That
but
like Judas was paid in order to disclose the location of Jesus.
yes, but I also
Why do
believe
I
that.
sound like a pastor?
that you I also believe that, as you said, it's for me, money is the one of the roots of evil because I think that people also betray you for their own sick mind, but also for the fame, especially in this modern world. Like you can see even
So
murderers,
actually,
so
actually,
criminals.
my hot take and your what do you say? Your my hot take and your uh conclusion is very similar in a way. Like my hot take was, is money the root of evil? And you're saying that money is one of the roots of evil. So you do agree with me
Some
to an
ways,
extent.
in some ways, yes, because I don't because people are doing evil things not just it's not the only money. I believe that also can be fame, their own sick
Yeah,
mind. Mhm. For example, look at
some
the
people are just
like
some people are just evil.
yeah maybe like some of the criminalists like they doing stuff because they're gonna be on the front pages of newspapers or news, and that's giving them the fame
Yeah, of
they
course.
earn, or also because they're
By the
own sick
way,
mind.
rest in peace to Charlie Kirk.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Let's see how many followers I'm going to lose. Because I remember one guy when he, greets Charlie Kirk, whatever, RIP. He lost 500. He lost 5,000 followers in one day when he posted that video.
Jesus Christ. Oh my
I'm,
God.
I'm going
How
to be,
though?
I'm going to be honest with you. After he died, like before, I didn't know who he was because I wasn't in those spheres. So I only
Yeah,
discovered
yeah.
Charlie Kirk after he died. I don't know if you know him if you knew him before. In my case, I only discovered him after.
Look, look. Uh, even if he was a bad person. Have you seen the video where he gets shot?
No, I do not. I haven't seen
It was like, oh my god, it was brutal. Blood was spewing out of his jugular vein like a juice bottle. And it's between God and him what type of person he was personally. But at the same time, some people are literally making fun of his assassination, and I think that's pretty messed up.
it. Yeah, it's
Like
like
that
imagine.
is messed up on a completely different level. A person gets shot, right? And you're making fun of his death. Like that is messed up on so many levels. Like regardless of on what kind of person he was.
Yes, exactly. But also imagine if those situation happened to the person who was laughing at his death. If maybe like one person was laughing at Charlie Kirk's death, and then you know, his like, you know what I mean. Like, or your mother's gonna die, and other people also are going to laugh at your mother because she died. Like, try to put
Yeah,
yourself
that is
in this.
yeah,
Yeah, try
that
to
is messed up.
exactly.
That is actually that is morally, ethically messed up. No
Try
matter
to
what type of person he was.
try to put yourself in other.
Like how
Yeah,
how Charlie Kirk's wife is feeling. Like imagine losing a husband and a father to your children.
and you know what makes this whole worse? The Israel and the Palestine conflict. That actually makes the situation a whole lot worse.
Uh,
But we're not going to talk about that though. War is
yeah,
bad. We're not going to talk about that. I'm not going to take anybody's side because this is a fucking war. This is not a football game where I can just pick a team. You know,
exactly.
this is actually serious. So,
Yeah,
however, though, my original hot take was that is money the root of evil? And you told me that money is one of the major causes of evil. It's one of the roots of evil. So, I think that's cleared out that hot take. Uh, my fifth hot take was that people work on their image more than their soul.
okay, that's an interesting one. So, take your words, whatever you have to say. Explain this more.
People work on their image more than their soul, and it means in also a spiritual way and also a physical way. Like a lot of people I've seen, they take out bank loans in order to buy Lamborghinis, and then they struggle in order to pay those bank loans. So they're creating this image that they're rich and successful, while in reality they are not. So they're working on their image more than they're working on their actual soul or their actual self. And I think this is a big problem. This is a narcissistic approach from our society that is creating people like these.
So exactly, the people want to. I don't even have to argue because I completely agree with this. To be fair, like if I would have to argue, no, I don't think there's a reason. If you have to go to bank to get a loan to buy a fucking expensive car, like you're dumbass. I cannot defend you.
Like even in Pakistan, I'm talking about Pakistan. Pakistan is a third world country. Okay, I once went to this apartment complex and I saw a Bentley parked outside that apartment complex, like a Bentley, a modern one, not an old one, a modern one. Once I was at a gas station and I saw an old Rolls Royce, and the person who was driving that Rolls Royce, he he was looking like a living dead body. Like he had no expression on his face. It was looking like he's traumatized. Like, look, people, a lot of people say money cannot buy happiness, and I think that person explains that statement very nicely. He was driving a fucking Rolls Royce in a country like Pakistan. Come on, you're driving a Rolls Royce in a country like Pakistan, and you're still not happy?
Um,
I
I
wonder why.
like I've heard this many times, like this say, "Oh, money can buy happiness." If you're going to do the right things, money will certainly get you this happiness.
Money will buy you happiness if you know how to spend it.
Exactly, but You have to, get improve yourself, your physique, whatever your mental state, your finances. Then it's going to give you happiness because
No,
you're
the only thing that money can't buy you is taste.
exactly like you can
It's
get
good
a lot of
taste.
things. Money can buy you a lot of things. You can be financially, I don't know, free. You can go wherever you want. You can retire your parents. You can, for example, your
And
mom
also,
or your
money can't buy you character. It cannot buy you taste, and it cannot buy you life or the grace of God. But other than that, money can basically buy everything. Like, look at this.
not exactly because but you have to use the money well. If you're buying fucking Rolls Royce in a third world country just to show that you're someone.
Like that is an idiotic decision. I showed you outside my apartment or whatever how people drive here. There are literally no road laws.
Yes,
And a fucking Rolls Royce, a fucking Rolls Royce. Imagine if that Rolls Royce goes through a pothole. That guy driving it is gonna get a heart attack.
exactly. But first of all, if you want to get Royce, just improve the rest of your things. Improve the rest of your life. Then you can get it.
Brother, move to America, move to Los Angeles,
Exactly. But what can I say
move to
more?
a more civilized country.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, you have to improve because it's like in the video game, yeah. When you are only putting points in one statistic, like if you're only putting
Yeah,
the point in speed,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, of
if you're
course.
only putting points in speed, yeah, you're fast, bro, but you don't have a physique, you don't have money, or you're putting all of your points in your physique. Yeah, you are jacked, but you're broke.
GTA vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Or you're putting your fucking shit in money. Yeah, you're rich or so on, but you're because then
So
then again.
this was my my I don't even know which hot take, the fifth hot take. So how many hot takes do you have?
I told them once in my video, so I have two that I've written down.
I
One
just
is about Gino.
love the fact that you have a proper notepad and I have this cardboard, this
Yeah, I have
piece
it
of
here.
cardboard here.
Yeah, I actually received it on my Unicamp. Um, so I have two takes.
Also,
I wanted to,
do you like
yeah.
cassettes? Do
Oh
you
yeah,
like cassettes? Because I love cassette music. I love. Look at this.
we're not using this anymore in Poland, but I remember like my aunt had some of these. So yeah, let's just go to my hot takes
Let's
here.
start with your hot takes.
Okay. So fat people cannot tell us what is good or bad. If I see that you are fat,
Yeah,
I cannot respect you. If you cannot respect yourself, how can you expect other people to respect you, to trust you?
yeah. It's actually it hits home to me because my gym teacher at school was like double the size of a normal person. And you know the worst part about gym teachers or the PE teachers in schools? It's that not only they are a fat ass, they just sit in a chair and they make you
Uh,
run around the whole place.
exactly.
Like, what
But
kind of dictatorship is that?
but for example, listen. You can be fat all you want, but you cannot tell me what is good or bad. That this food is bad or this food is good. Or if it works,
Yeah,
if you are
it's like
if you are
being broke and telling people to make more money.
exactly, bro. I already know this, but yeah, like if even worse, if you are a fat doctor, you cannot respect a doctor who is fat. Even he can have all the knowledge in the world, but if he's fat, bro,
He's
especially if
not
he has a
implementing it. He's not implementing that knowledge.
yeah, especially if he has a
He's
fat
not.
diet.
Yeah.
Exactly. You cannot
So,
talk to me
so
about
for
how
me,
to
that
eat good things.
so for me that's actually a fact. That's not a hot take for me, at least. It's a fact because even
Bro,
if you have knowledge, you're not implementing it in practical life. And Basically, when you get knowledge, you have to implement it on yourself first before talking crap to other people.
Exactly, because how you can tell, oh, you fast and you're talking about, oh, how fucking fruits are healthy. The motherfucker, maybe you start eating them, maybe you will lose this goddamn weight.
I wish I could tell that to my gym teacher or PE teacher back in school. He would have probably he would have probably crashed out at me.
Yeah, you would have not passed PE in school. I can already tell you that. But yeah, I
School
don't
is a
think
dictatorship.
no, exactly. I don't even need to talk more of this because it's like some people cannot tell us what is good or bad. Like you agree, like you cannot be on even if you would try to be on the other side of argument, like you cannot literally, you don't have arguments to even answer this.
You don't have a base to stand upon. Like, of course you have
Exactly,
knowledge, but you didn't implement it on yourself. Why don't you implement it on yourself before lead by example, right?
exactly.
First look
Like
into your own first look into your own collar before talking crap to other people.
exactly, like if, for example, if a fat person is going to tell me to go to the gym, like motherfucker, maybe you go to the gym. You have to be a living example. People need to see people don't care about the process. People care about the results. People don't care how much you put
Yeah,
it through.
yeah, of
How
course.
did you achieve it?
Because here's the thing: people cannot see your struggle. All they can see is your appearance,
Exactly.
and that's why. If you step out of a Lamborghini, nobody knows that you're stuck in a bank loan. They just think you're successful.
Exactly. So we don't even need to talk about more of this. So my last take, so we're not gonna make this video any much longer because I don't want to edit this. It ain't gonna be too much editing. But yeah, another
This
fucking
was
movie.
this is our first video with in a call.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think there's gonna be too much to edit. Just check if everything's fine. So, but yeah. So another topic. If you could play video games, watch TV series, movies, or sports events alone, then you are a fucking loser. I'm going to tell you just my not life experience. I was in this camp, right? I was on this uni camp, and I told this take to my roommates. Their faces like kind of were shocked at this, yeah, because the one roommate told me that he knows a guy who has 8,000 hours in games in a one game, not
How
eight
many?
thousand,
How
eight
many?
thousand, eight
Wait. How many?
eight 8,000, not in one
Jesus
game,
Christ Almighty!
not eight
Jesus
thousand,
Christ Almighty! Holy
not eight.
unemployment!
Not 8,000 spread it across games. So in this game he has 1,000, in this he has 900. No, 8,000 in each
Which
game.
game was it? Which game was
No,
it?
no,
Genshin Impact?
nah, there's some bullshit game. The other thing, I don't play games. So yeah, I don't those activities, video games, watching TV series, sports events. They are not inherently bad. This is just a simplest form of entertainment, instant
Like
gratification.
if you're playing a game, if you're playing a game to kill your time, if you're playing a game to make your mood a bit better, it's okay. But making a game your whole lifestyle, like making it a whole life, unless you are in esports, unless you are in an esports team playing video games for 8,000 hours, like come on, like oh my god,
It's
wow,
still 8,000 hours.
whole,
And also living in
holy
Germany,
unemployment.
when you remember that I had 800 hours on GTA San Andreas. 800 hours. You may think that it's not that big. But still, if I would put those 800 hours into working out, into learning, for example, things on YouTube, I would probably be in a different place. No, my ass wanted to play CJ Follow Johnson on GTA San Andreas for 800 hours. You can put,
Well,
you can,
at least you know all the lines of GTA San Andreas. I
maybe,
would
but
have two number nines, a number nine large. What? I forgot. I don't play that game.
Mhm. I, but you may think that I, no, I kind of shit on myself, maybe a little bit, but And overall, I don't really regret it. This game is fun, and I really don't mind it. They cannot go back in time. But if you want to do those activities that I mentioned, just do them with someone because it's actually going to be more fun.
Yeah,
What
like if
what
you're
will
gonna play a game for like 8,000 hours, I think it's better if you do it with another person.
yes, exactly. But this person also needs to be someone. If you're going to play 8,000 hours with a loser, you would be better off playing alone at this point.
At
And
least
also,
that person you're playing with, at least he used to have $50 million in his GTA account.
yeah, but where's your 15 million fucking dollars on your real bank account? I can't understand. I can't under. I've heard this take, and I kind of agree with this. You know, Fitex Fearless. You know him. You know,
There
he
was
like
once a meme. There was
he like
once a meme on YouTube. There was once a
like
meme on YouTube where it was like, I don't know where my mom hates me. No, I don't know why my mom hates me when I have three cars, two land yachts, and a private plane. And down at the bottom it said in GTA, your mom hates you because you're a loser.
exactly. But I've heard the take from I've heard the take from Fitex, and if you want to play video games, all right, but at least earn 6 figures a year if you want to play video games. Six
Bro,
figures a year.
make 6 figures a year. Like, come on, make actual 6 figures a year instead of, wasting thousands of hours playing GTA. Like I have also played games, and every now and then I, pick up my phone when I'm feeling bored as fuck, and I just, play, those, boring ass video games. I do it, so I do it sometimes, but I do not make that my whole personality,
Yes, bro. You
right?
are not. Yes, it's like you're not going to fuck if you're going to talk to
Like
a girl about
I would
Minecraft.
rather make, I would rather make this stuff. I would rather
Exactly.
make this stuff than play video games. Because at the end of the day, you have a product. At the end of the day, you have a product, right?
Yeah.
Like you have something at the end of the day.
Yeah. Listen, if you're going to go on a date with a girl and you're going to talk about Minecraft and League of Legends, bro, she ain't gonna let you hit. She ain't gonna let you.
What about Red Dead Redemption 2, though? That is the goated game.
She ain't gonna let you hit, regardless of the game. But if you want to play,
imagine, imagine your girlfriend. Imagine you tell your girlfriend. You tell your girlfriend, I have 2,000 Robux.
bro, she ain't getting no wet. Like, she's not getting wet from this. I tell you that. She's not
She's
getting wet.
getting dry. She's getting dry. She's getting dry as fuck. She's getting
Yeah.
more dry than Pakistan in the middle of July.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, if you want to do those activities,
Oh dear.
if you want to do those activities, or for example, watch some football match, I don't mind, but do it with someone. For example, I think in 2024, I watched El Clasico with between Barcelona and Real Madrid with the guy that I know, and that was actually fun because normally I wouldn't sit there for 90 minutes and watch 22 millionaires kicking a ball. Playing sports is much funnier than
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
watching it.
And playing sports and watching sports is also a completely different, experience. It's a completely
Exactly.
different activity.
Yeah, exactly. Like I know a
Like
guy.
if
I
you're
met
if
him.
you're watching football, like if you're watching football to learn techniques, I can kind of understand why, but if you're just watching football because you're a sore loser, that's not acceptable.
They can understand watching football or doing those activities if you are going to get money from them. They can understand that.
No, like if you're watching football in order to learn the techniques of famous players, I can kind of understand, why you're watching football because you're watching it for a reason. But if you're just watching football just to pass time, it's better to learn how to play the piano. To be honest,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah, if you want to do if you want to do those activities mentioned earlier, go ahead. Do them with someone, or if you want to do it alone, at least try to get paid from it. You know, because otherwise I cannot understand it. There are many things that you can do in this life. Those things, playing video games, watching some movies, TV series, sports events, this is just a simplest form of entertainment.
Like look, you can learn how to play the piano, you can learn how to play the violin, you can actually learn how to play football, you can learn how to play hockey, you can learn how to play cricket, you can learn how to edit stuff on softwares. Like you can actually learn an actual skill set during that time.
Exactly. But listen, again, don't mind with those activities, do them with someone. Or if you want to do them alone, try to get paid from them. If you are, for example, football content creator,
Like
you
look,
have to do
I used to play video games back in the day. I used to play video games back in the day, but 8,000 fucking hours, like Jesus Christ.
no,
That's where that's where it gets me. 8,000 hours.
exactly. So this is my last take, my hot take video. You can see it in the description. So if you want to go there. So Gina,
Okay.
do you have any
I'm
last
gonna
take?
end this video. I want to end this video with my one of my last hot takes,
No.
one of my own last hot takes, and it is mental health over physical health.
Mental health over physical health. And why do you think so?
Yeah, because once you're fit mentally, you are gonna get fit, physically as well. But if your mental health is fucked, your physical health is gonna get fucked along with it, no matter how hard you try. And
Yeah.
I see so many fitness influencers talking about physical health, building that body, building these cuts and stuff, but they do not talk about mental health enough. And that is a big problem in my book
And I am not
because
even, for example,
I have
let me
seen like there's this meme going around like a person working out at the gym and a caption beneath it saying who hurt bro, right?
yeah,
Like who hurt him? Like but the thing is 90% of guys who go through mental trauma, they do not hit the gym, they hit the pipe, or not even the pipe sometimes they become an alcoholic, 90% of the guys. So
and
here's the thing,
yeah.
fitness influencers do not talk about mental health nearly as much as it's important in real life.
Don't even I like if I would even try to put myself on the other side of argument, like I even cannot because I also believe that this is true. Like you can have all of the muscles that you want, but bro, if you're gonna be depressed, it's not going to help you. It's
You
as you
can't
said,
you can't build muscle if you're depressed. If you're
yeah,
depressed, and if you're depressed, why would you even go to the gym? You would have this thought like, oh, my body's just gonna go into the dirt one day anyway. Why even bother, right? So that's why I think that uh, your mental health should be stable if you actually want to, be jacked or have a better life. Because here's the thing, your whole life starts from here. If this is fucked, your whole life is gonna be fucked.
exactly. I always say this in my videos. I mean, not always. Well, it depends on the topic. Think everything is here. If that you said, if your head's gonna be fucked, everything's gonna be your social life, your dating life, your financial life, your physical life. It is gonna be fucked. You can live as much
Because
as you
because
want, but
because
it's not gonna.
because our brain controls everything, right? And I don't see enough fitness influencers talking about this. This is a very harsh reality, especially in today's society where people expect everything from men, like yeah, in 3000 BC or whatever, it was still the same thing, but society doesn't talk about the mental health of men as much as they should.
Yeah, I've barely even heard about. I've listened in June. Yeah, men's mental health. I've only
Look,
heard about
look,
guys
like
saying this.
like fitness influencers like Andrew Tate. Why am I spitting so much? Fitness influencers like Andrew Tate, right? He's like, he says, "Oh, you're a fucking guy. Grow up. Stop crying like a bitch." Like that
I mean,
bald fucking egghead. Like, come on. Like, we are humans too, right? We are humans too. Just because we have feelings doesn't mean that we are not men. Men also have feelings. Come on. We are men. We are humans. We are not machines, right? And
yeah,
men also go through a lot of bullshit. Let me
yeah,
tell you that much. They also go through a lot of bullshit,
yeah,
but
but
it's not
sometimes,
talked about
um,
enough.
yeah, but
The mental health is not talked about enough, especially for men.
yeah, but I also believe that you cannot always be like, oh, it's okay, you don't have to be like this or whatever. Like sometimes you need this tough love in real life. There's this
No,
kind of
my hot take is that your mental health should be above your physical health. Fix your head first before fixing your body. Otherwise, you might be jacked and you might cut your own wrist one day.
yeah, exactly. But let's go back. There's sometimes you need this love because I cannot understand. Like this is the worst video that I saw. No, it's men can cry, it's
Look
okay.
what's in my hand. Look what's in my hand. Can you see it?
Yeah, nah, cigar,
Is it
cigar.
is it no? Not a cigar.
No, this is a bullet. What
No.
is it?
Yeah. It's a bullet shell. It's a bullet shell.
How does it
It's
sound?
a 9 millimeter Luger.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's come in. So the worst video that I saw. No,
Look,
okay,
look,
there was
look, look. Mental health over physical health. Otherwise, one day this is gonna get through your head.
exactly, yeah. But we also cannot be like, well, men can cry. It's okay to be weak. Like I don't mind you crying in cry alone because
No, look. Taking care of your mental health and actually being weak are two different things. Like, let me talk about people who bitch about their life all the time. Oh, my life is all fucked up. Like, look, I know everybody has something fucked up in their lives, right? Life isn't about, you know,
it's not sunshine and
glamorous
rain.
activities or anything. But here's the thing. Some people actually choose to improve their mental health while other people just use their trauma as a weapon, as a defense against improving themselves. If you're understanding what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yes, I do. I am.
And this is what I mean by that is that and this is what I mean by that. People, men especially, should improve their mental health in order to improve their physical health. If you want to improve your life, mental health should be your first step. You
Exactly.
cannot build a body while being depressed. You cannot
Exactly.
lift weights while being depressed.
Mhm. And you know what is the great thing? Because if you want to fix your mental health, you are going to do the things that may not seem fun right now, but they will give you the benefits in the future. So you
Yeah,
can
of
improve your
course.
mental health
It's
like
it's
by the way. You can go to
yeah,
you're going to go to the You're going to
it's
go to the
linked.
gym.
It's linked together.
Yes. You're going to go to the gym, improve your physique, find a purpose in life, be grateful. And your mental health is suddenly gonna
Yeah,
improve. But if you want to improve your mental health, you have to do those things that I mentioned earlier. So it's kinda interchanging.
but at the same time, in order to start those things, you should first believe in yourself. When does a
Exactly.
person believe in himself? When his mental health isn't fucked, right?
Exactly. So, do you have
Like
everything else?
I can
Anything?
sing, I
Yeah,
can sing again.
you can sing, bro. Sing all you
I'm
want.
gonna I'm gonna rickroll you. I'm gonna rickroll you. Never gonna give you up. Well, these are all my hot takes. So if you have something that you wanna another hot take or anything, you only had two hot takes for this video, but
But I just had them earlier because I want this video to be more
also
than
Can you edit those parts out where I'm accidentally spitting? I don't know why that happens sometimes.
No, I'll try, but I don't. I through the camera, I don't
I
see
broke
any.
my I broke my old glasses. Where are they? Look, I broke my old glasses.
Yeah.
Can you see them? I don't
No,
even think you can see them.
I see, I
I
see.
broke them apart. I am one sad man.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. We'll see how much this is long, but yeah. Gina, I don't like I'll edit this, but I didn't saw any spitting. So because of your camera quality, so I think everything's fine. Not
My
fine,
camera quality is my camera quality is shit. Let me tell you that much.
no. Listen, I'm seeing you, so that's great, right? But I don't
Can
see
you
you.
see me properly? Wait a
Yes,
minute.
I do.
Wait a minute. Can you see me properly now?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do see you.
Wipes the camera. Wipes the camera after recording the whole video.
Exactly. But
What an
thank you.
idiot I am.
But again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, you can Gina's channel in the description, my project, my Instagram, maybe also Gina's Instagram if you want to follow him. I'll also put it. And yeah, boys,
You
my
can if you
classic,
want to follow me.
my classic outro. Stay hard because nobody will save you. The only person who can save you
Stay hard.
is the person I'm
And
talking about.
remember, stay hard.
Peace out.
Yeah, there we go.